If you clicked on this video and you thought you were going to get a comprehensive Big Mac review, I'm not sure if you will. Just a little backstory, I am not a fan of Big Macs. I don't like mac sauce because I'm not a fan of pickles. So I've never been a person that's going to eat it. But when I heard they were going to drop the chicken Big Mac, I said I have to try this. And why? The patty of the chicken is different than anything else. Now, I've tried to make my own chicken Big Mac in the past on this channel using McChicken sandwiches, so I wasn't going to do this. Then I heard that the patty was different and said, okay, I'm going to try this. So I have 3 different types of Big Macs that are not traditional Big Macs. But the first one that I got was plain because I want to see exactly what the patty looks like. Everything else about the chicken Big Mac is the same thing that you would see. 2 all chicken patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Everybody knows the song. What I have is the struggle version. You'll see something different though, I promise you, so stick around. Drop a thumbs up, man. You guys already know the vibes. Let's get into this video. But the first thing I wanted to do was try the chicken Big Mac and just see what the patties were like without anything on it. Because I heard that they get soggy, obviously, when you put everything on there. So this is what the patty looks like. And right away, it's very thin, but you can feel the texture and everything. It is the exact same thing as a chicken nugget, just in patty form, which is really cool. Now, I want to try this as is just to see what it tastes like, but obviously there's nothing on it, so I just want to see exactly what it tastes like with nothing. Wow, that really, it's a chicken nugget. And that's what I was looking to find out. People know if they like Big Macs or not. The question is, will you like this version? And that's why I did this. It's a chicken nugget. And I can get down with that. They should make their McChickens like the chicken nugget. Now, I do have some sauces here. My favorite thing to do with a chicken nugget is to add 2 or 3 different types of sauces. I forgot to get one because I'm an idiot. But I did get my honey mustard, and I did get my sweet and sour. So we're going to throw some of both on there. I would venture to guess, I'm sure there's a lot of people who live by Big Macs. I think McDonald's chicken is better than the patties they use on the Big Mac. Another reason why I usually don't get the Big Mac is I feel like the patty is really small compared to their superior quarter pounder. But we'll get to that. Trust me, it's in here. The chicken's nice and crispy. Again, if you order this with mac sauce on it and everything, it's probably going to get soggy. But I wanted to see if it was going to be without it on there. So, yeah. Same exact texture, taste, everything as a chicken nugget. I don't think it's fair for me to actually call this a review, so I didn't. If you were a person who was wondering what is on there, that's exactly what it is. And I think that it would probably work a lot better if you're a person who likes all the mac sauce and everything else. I would probably just get it with mayo and cheese and call it from there. But we did something a little different today. I'm going to make my own versions of the Big Mac. So that is going to be what the duration's video is. This right here is probably the weirdest thing that you'll see on this channel. And I'm excited to show you. You heard of the Big Mac. But have you heard of the Big Back? What is the Big Back? Everything. Ow. What you are seeing right here is a chicken Big Mac with quarter pounders as well as a fish fillet with cheese and mayonnaise and ketchup. I think Big Macs should have quarter pounders on them, and I don't know why they don't. Why they don't use quarter pounders on Big Macs is beyond me. 1 bajillion times better. It's like a giant land, air, and sea burger. I don't want to know how many calories are in here. But I will say this. McDonald's, you're not going to listen to me because, well, I'm pretty critical of McDonald's. Maybe try this. Just try using quarter pounders. This is a Big Mac patty. This is a quarter pounder. It is much thicker. It is much juicier. This looks like a flattened sausage. I accidentally ordered a Big Mac. Believe it or not. So, this one is 1,000 times better. I can't eat it because it has mac sauce on it. Again, I don't like pickles, bro. I know some people are going to be like, oh, I just think they're disgusting. I don't know how else to spin that. But this, if I was going to order a Big Mac, this isn't how it would look. But I'm going to show you how it would look. This is what a Big Mac would look like if you use quarter pounder. So I ordered a double quarter pounder with cheese, and I had a chicken Big Mac. I just put that right in between, and this is what you get. Now, you can also obviously add your mac sauce and your lettuce and everything else, and you'll get the burger of your dreams. But this is the burger of mine. Now it feels like I'm eating a burger. The Big Mac, personally, when I've ordered it in the past, again, just the beef part, there's just not enough beef on it for anything, which is why I think the quarter pounder is a superior burger. A lot of people order Big Macs or quarter pounders and use mac sauce on them. And I think that's a better play. We use hot mustard here because it is the superior McDonald's sauce. I just don't understand why they don't use this. I feel like we're getting ripped off when we don't get the real patty version. Because that is 1,000 times better. This is probably the most nonsensical video that you've seen from me. And again, I understand that every time I do something and I change an order and they go, well, that's not how it comes. I get where you're coming from. What I've always tried to do, though, is not add anything to change the order. If I do take something away, it's something that would be on their regular version. So, for example, I did the Wednesday Whopper, and I didn't get lettuce on that as well. Lettuce comes on an original Whopper. So whether you like lettuce or not wouldn't change whether you would like that one versus that one. Some people don't get where I'm coming from with that, but I always have gone out of my way to at least try to explain where I'm coming from. If it's something where it's literally something that I wouldn't try, for example, there's like Chick-fil-A had a banana pudding. I don't like bananas like that. Like, it's just not a flavor that I'm interested in having. So I usually will refrain from doing that. I wasn't sure if I was going to do the chicken Big Mac because of that. But I really personally wanted to try this chicken nugget patty. That's the big reason why I did it. I didn't give a number because a Big Mac is a Big Mac. And I don't eat them. But I can still tell you that this chicken is exactly the same as the one you get. It's a chicken nugget, just flattened. Now, at least I know that now, on a personal level. Overall, if you are a fan of the Big Mac, I 100,000% think that the chicken Big Mac is worth it. If you're not a fan of the Big Mac, I would suggest trying, or even just putting nuggets on a burger because it's the exact same thing. You don't need to go out of your way for that, but people that wanted to know if the chicken Big Mac was any good, if you like Big Macs and you like chicken nuggets, the answer is yes. If you don't like Big Macs, it's the same thing. You're not going to like it. But I'm glad I tried it. I also would like to suggest you trying the quarter pounder version of a Big Mac. Get it with mac sauce, however you want to get it, but it's a far superior burger than the actual Big Mac. That's just my suggestion. If you stayed all the way to the end of this, I just want to try a Big Mac, yap session, burger, whatever you'd like to call it. I sincerely appreciate it. I am baking. There's nowhere to hide from this sun today. There is not a cloud in sight, and there's no shade in this entire complex parking lot. When I tell you I drove to 7 different locations in this parking lot to try to find a spot where I could get away from this sun, I could have turned the car around, but that's about it. I do apologize if there's any damning glares in this video. Trust me, I racked my brain trying to get out of it. One of the problems, or it's not really a problem, but one of the things that I think people don't know from a content standpoint, especially with food content, is how annoying it is to not be able to just eat your food. And I saw a video on TikTok recently where a woman basically showed the unedited version of her video, I think I might do that. I think you'll see how annoyed that I get in a lot of videos, because sometimes it's things like the sun. There was a point in this video where my camera fell. I have a camera that's on a tripod that's like on the dash, and it never falls. Today it fell, so I'm like trying to reach under the car just to get the damn thing. And sometimes, like, when you're doing videos by yourself, you have to arrange everything before you can actually eat it. It doesn't look right. Sometimes the lighting is off, and sometimes the camera is messed up, or it's blurry, your sound gets screwed up. There's been videos I've put out where the video cuts out from the audio because YouTube has this compression thing that they're doing to their audio, so now I have to triple check. These are not things that are complaints. It's just more informing you of what does happen. So there are times in this video where I say something, or I like stumble over my words, and I'm like, what the hell did you just say? And I'll pause the video and then kind of just keep going. That's where you see the jump cuts. Most of them I do keep in the video, unless it's something where, because I'm a human being, sometimes when I'm talking, I burp or something like that, and then I'll stop the video. I don't want to have obnoxious burping in the video. I already don't like my own sound of chewing, but I can't avoid that, which people sometimes can't stand and some people want to hear more of. But on a personal note, I hate chewing. I don't like the sound of it. If you watch any of my shorts, the chewing is largely cut out of the video because I don't like it. Editing my videos has become a bit of a chore because of it. But I think one day I'm going to post a video where it's like with the blooper reels and stuff like that, because when I tell you I drove to like 5 different spots going, I can't get away from the sun. I would have had to go in a parking garage to get away from it. Like, there's not a cloud in sight outside right now. So I thought that was funny. I do think that it's important that creators, or whatever you want to call us, some people don't think this is a real job. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I enjoy doing it, so I consider it a job. But I think it's important that we kind of tell you the I don't think there's a bad side, but like the other side of this like gig, where it's just little, like, I know it's a great gig. I'm not saying anything about it being bad. It's just sometimes there can be things that are just like, and most people wouldn't even care about, but most of us do, and a lot of us don't talk about it. Especially like arranging your food and stuff like that. But it is what it is. I've kind of gotten away from doing videos at home because people were like, okay, well, the food is cold. I do understand that. I've gotten used to eating in my car, but sometimes I still want to do home videos and stuff like that. And again, I do want to say this before I go. I know some people may not like this, and sometimes he talks too much. Look, I love y'all. I appreciate, like, this is in no way, shape, or form. I feel like I have to constantly say this because people think because I'm talking out loud, I'm complaining. I am not in the least bit complaining. I am just telling you. I hear and read a lot of comments when people say, oh, your sound, I don't like this, or turn your mic down, or some people will say, I don't like the way this is, or I cannot make every single person that watches these videos happy. It's physically impossible. And in the beginning of this, I tried. And it ended up me changing a lot of stuff all the time, and then I couldn't be comfortable making content. So I kind of have to do what the majority wants, and that's something that I've always tried to do from here on out. Some people don't really care. Some people are like, who cares? Like, I'm gonna watch. I appreciate that. But some people, I get comments sometimes where people are like, oh, I don't like this. I can't watch. Sorry. And I'm just like, I can't help. You know what I'm saying? So that's a part of the game. That's the other side of the game. That's just what it is. I'm a person who, I like people. I never try to offend people directly. I'm never a person that try to be like a jerk about things. Didn't want to say that. It's hot as hell in this hoodie. It said it was 68 degrees, but I'm literally a toaster. So I'm sorry for the basically talking and trying different stuff, but I did want to try this, bro. Like, this one was more for me than anybody. And, you know, I appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back tomorrow. More content, man. The hand signs. They made it to YouTube.